Hey everybody, Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in live for a social media training, and we are gonna get serious when it comes to improving your skill set with your recruiting and your network marketing business. And even if you are not in network marketing, these are skills that you can use to grow your business in any area. So make sure you take notes, make sure you are letting people know in your circle. If you know anyone who could benefit from learning about recruiting, then you're gonna want to spread this message. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a little survey on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you feel when it comes to recruiting? So do you feel good about it? Do you feel a little anxious? You can go ahead and put a 1 if you just hate it and you dread it and you don't ever do it. And you can put a 10 if you're like, I'm killing it. It's just my jam, I freaking love it. Or you can drop an emoji. So if you're on your cell phone, it's pretty easy just to get that little poop emoji up if needed, or a smiley face if you are pumped and loving it when it comes to recruiting your business. But the number one request I get when people are asking me for help with their business is recruiting. So even if they are on social media or they're not, or they're beginning stages of their business, or they're more a seasoned veteran, I consistently will get people who asking for help when it comes to recruiting. So that's what we're going to talk about today, okay? So you might feel like you are reaching your number of reach outs, but you're still not getting the results. So there's a couple of the structural things that I see with people, so I'm gonna go over those with you guys today. So this is gonna help you even if you feel like you're putting in the activity but you're not getting the results, or if you're not putting in the activity, we'll talk about that as well, okay? So there's three key components when it comes to being a recruiting rock star. So I've been there where I was not a strong recruiter, and I've come full circle where I'm a very strong recruiter. So I understand your struggles, I understand your pain, and I get it. Like all I want, oh, you're on a phone at your pool, Chrissy, I love that. All I want is to build my business. Kimberly, tell me what to do and I will do it. Does that sound familiar? That's where I was just a year and a half ago in my business. I was just stuck because I wanted to build on social media, but I didn't know how to recruit people. And I would get crickets, or I would get somebody, thank you for sharing, Anna. Make sure you share. Oh, I can't say that, just kidding, you didn't hear that. But I would find people who would at least look at what I had and then they wouldn't respond. Have you ever had that happen before? Or you can't quite figure out what's going wrong? Well, if that's the stage that you're dropping the ball, then it is going to be more of a mindset energetic thing, which we're gonna talk about as well, okay? So number one, there's three components. Number one, oh, by the way, I have a brand new, free mini masterclass next week, Tuesday. It will not be posted on social media. It will only be shared in this format or on my email list, okay? So make sure you stay till the end. So there's three components. Number one is strategic, okay? So when it comes to building your business and recruiting, you wanna be strategic with your recruiting. So what this looks like, this is more structural, okay? So this is you being consistent with your social media. So if you post on social media every single day, you're in your story several times a day, you're posting on Facebook a couple times a day, or Instagram once a day, I want you to let me know, let me know if you're doing that. Or you're like, well, I do miss a day here and there. I wanna see how consistent you are with your social media, okay? Do you have a social media plan? Top fan, Denise Drago Kornblatt, you're a top fan, girl? Message me, I didn't know that. You're awesome, thank you. Angie Roofer, top fan number 1. Angie, you're number 1. Like, you get a prize. Message me and I'm gonna send you a prize. That is so cool that it tells you that. And Angie's one of my girls and she has a social media plan, okay? Go look at Angie's page, you guys. She's consistent, okay? She's somebody who started with 0 followers just like I did, and she's building up her audience, okay? Do you have a social media plan? If you're like, I don't know what that is, then you need some coaching. You need to get in some trainings and figure it out. If you want to build your business on social media, you need to understand social media. If you're sitting here watching this, you're like, I don't have a plan, I don't know what to do, you need to go get help and get a plan, okay? If you're just gonna fumble around, you're gonna get subpar results, okay? I believe if you're watching this, you wanna crush it, right? That's why you're drawn to me. Well, then let's crush it. Let's get a freaking plan together and let's get on and show up on social media with a purpose, okay? If you're consistent with your messaging, if you're consistent with your posting, if you are going live weekly, you will build up your audience. You will build up your loyalty and your following, and you will start to get people reaching out to you saying, I've been watching your videos and I want to know more. that is just music to my ears. It's magical, and it can happen with you as well. Other strategic things are you organized? So the top recruiters are organized. Did you know that less than 1/3 of people are followed up on? That's freaking crazy. But I want you to think about, since you've started, all the people that maybe saw a story or maybe commented on something, or maybe you met them at an event, or maybe you met them at a PTA meeting and you got to chatting and they said, sure. Actually, that reminds me, there's a lady who I met, can I write her down? I have somebody I met in person recently, and my friend and I were talking about how great my supplements that I'm taking are making me feel, because I hadn't seen her, and she's like, you've lost weight, like you've toned up, girl, you have a lot of energy, what is it? And I was like, "Drrr." And this lady overheard it, she's like, what is it? I want it. So I got her information on Facebook. I need to follow up with her. See, get organized. What I should have done, don't shit on yourself, but what I should have done, and I want you guys to do, is I should have dropped that person's name on my Trello board, because my first column on Trello is all the people I need to reach out to. So are you organized? Do you have a Trello board? Do you have one notebook, not 75 sticky notes, all over your car in your house? Are you organized? Do you have a system? If you don't have a system, you're not treating this like the business you want it to be. How can you build a multiple six-figure business if you have your freaking prospects written on like napkins? You guys, think about it. Like if you think back to like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and all the greats out there, do you really think when they first started out and they were making connections and getting people interested in bringing in their software or their computers, do you think that they were like, oh, where's Ted's phone number? No, they were on it. They had a freaking list. Okay, so ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Well, then you're just gonna have to get over the I'm disorganized and da-da-da, which I have a workshop coming up to help you, of course, but you have to be organized. You also have to be disciplined, okay? You have to be disciplined. So you have to get into the mindset where this is what I do for my business. This is a non-negotiable. Last night, I try to go to bed by midnight, but usually doesn't ever work out. And it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock. One of my girls is on the East Coast, so it was like 1:30 for her, and I was like, you need to go to bed. She goes, I promised myself I would get this thing done before I went to bed. And you know what? Her and I, we're hustling, and we're a little tired. We have kids. Okay, we're tired. But do you think when she gets those paychecks where she's replaced her full-time job and she can stay home with her kids now in just a matter of a few months, do you think she cares that she's missing a little bit of sleep? No. And she's freaking disciplined, and she's a rock star, okay? So you ask yourself, how bad do you want it, right? How bad do you want it, okay? You want it so bad, you want to be organized, okay? Also, number two is you want to be tactical, okay? So number one is strategic, and number two is tactical. Tactical is what your outbound efforts are. So this is going to be you reaching out to people. How many new connections are you making a day? How many conversations are you having? If you're just like, oh, well, I responded to some comments on my post. No, how many new conversations are you generating? Are you wishing people happy birthday? Are you making new friend requests? Are people requesting your friendship and you're striking up a conversation? Are you hanging out in some groups, right? What are you doing to make some new connections? You are in network marketing, which means you have to network. And even if you're introverted, Rob Sperry is one of the most well-known introverts out there. You can be very successful, if not, I would say more successful, because introverts tend to be really intuitive, to other people, and really good at building relationships one-on-one. You got to get out there, okay? So tactically, what are you doing, right? What does your daily DMO look like? How many of you have a DMO, a real DMO? How many of you have it? I want to see. DMO, daily method of operation. So if you arrived at Starbucks and you were a barista, the first thing on the DMO would be turn on the lights. Second thing would be fire up the cash, the cash system. What's it called? The little machine, the computer. I don't know. Fire up the computers to be able to take people's money. Let's go ahead and get that coffee brewing. Let's turn the open sign on. Let's go check the restrooms real quick. Put the music on. That's your DMO, your daily method of operation. Do you have a DMO, okay? That's tactical. So you're gonna wanna look on your DMO list and see, what am I doing? What tactics am I implementing to grow my business? Oh my goodness, whoo, came out of nowhere. But the tactical, okay? Also tactically, how are you utilizing third-party validation? Because you wanna recruit people, right? And this is also, I don't wanna forget this, so I'm gonna put this in front of me. I have a little little bonus tip here out of the 3 for you guys, okay? How are you utilizing third-party validation? So if you're chatting with people and you're like, yeah, my company's amazing. It's a ground floor opportunity. You can get like founder shares, blah, blah, blah. And it's just you hanging out and they're not sensing that you are in this like hugely successful company, or they're not seeing successes on your page. Maybe you're just getting started and you haven't really started to build a team yet. It takes time, guys. It could take years, okay? And not to like scare you, but it can take time to build a big team. So let's give ourselves some grace here. But if you're chatting with that person, so I'm chatting with April, I'm like, April girl, like this is so cool. This company, it's founder's opportunity, like ground floor. I'm chatting with April and it's just April and I. April's gonna be like looking at me to think, should I join this business with Kimberly? But if I say, April, I'd love to tell you more. Let me know if you're open. Are you looking right now? Have you ever thought about doing something on the side? And April's like, I've been struggling, trying to get my Etsy thing going, and I'm not making enough money. So then I say, oh, well, let me share with you more how I've been able to replace my income, or let me show you how I've been able to bring in part-time income for my family. And I'll put her in a 3-way chat with my upline. So I don't say, here's my upline. Like that just sounds like so MLM-ish. I would say, hey, here's my friend, here's my friend Debbie, and she's been doing this for a really long time. Debbie, can you tell her more about like the company and your experience and blah, blah, blah. So Debbie's like, oh yeah, I've been with the company for 5 years. I've achieved this. Hopefully you're putting them in a 3-way chat with somebody who has had success, or you can talk about the success of your upline or your team. They need to hear the successes. No one wants to join a team that's not crushing it. Nobody wants to join a team that's like not excited. You want to really think about that, guys. Like, what vision are you painting for people when you share the opportunity with them? Are you just kind of cookie cutter, like, yeah, you can make some money on the side? Everybody knows they can make the money on the side with network marketing. That's not new information. Like, that's been around for decades. What's different about you, right? And as Jordan Adler said in Beach Money, you guys go read that book. It's a really good book. I really like how he explains like how long it took him to hit 6 figures and then millionaire. And I like how he explained that the challenges he had. It's a really good book. Beach Money by Jordan Adler. But he said in it, you get me. Like, that's a bonus. You get me. And I tell people that. I'm like, guess what? If you join my team, this is what you get from me. And this is what I have to offer. And I sell them on what I have to offer. And I'm proud of it. Like, I'm proud to bring people onto my team. Now, it wasn't always that way. So when I first started, I didn't have any skill sets. So what I did is I borrowed the skill sets of my upline. I'm like, yeah, she's making 6 figures. She earned her car status, so she has a paid for car. She's quit her full-time job, so she's just doing this. And I'm working towards that right now. I'm going to connect you with her so she can share more with you. I personally don't even ask for permission anymore. I just do it. So Beach Money by Jordan Adler. Yeah, it's freaking amazing, Mickey. So then what you do is you connect them in the 3-way chat. Now, if you have an upline who won't do that, then you need to get a different upline. And any uplines listening that you won't take the time to get in a 3-way chat, you should check yourself, because it's an honor to have those people on your team. It's a free will market. They can leave at any time and go work with another team. So let's just throw that out there and be a little serious. That's what I believe, okay? That's how I like to run things, okay? Now, if you just can't with the volume, you can come up with a different plan, okay? Cool, knock yourself out. But there needs to be support for that person, including you. So you're so cute, Angie. So if you do not have the support you need from your upline, I want you to keep looking and looking and looking. You usually can find your upline lineage in your back office. Maybe you could partner up with a sideline sister and you guys could help each other. You need third-party validation, okay? Do you know what video you're gonna send somebody if they say, can you send me more info? Okay, I don't. I just go to a chat, we talk about stories, and I'm like, this is what you get, and I'm able to paint that vision without a video. But if you want to do a video and you're like, I don't have that posture yet, Kimberly, what is the video you're gonna send? Do you know right now? Say yes if you do know. Is that engagement bait? I think that is. Say yes. Is that a song? Say yes. I feel like I've said that for something. I don't even know. Yeah, so I'm not gonna engagement bait you. Do you have a video right now saved on your phone that you could send if I said, hey, I wanna know more about what you're doing? Send me a video. Send me some more info. Do you have one? Okay, I'm seeing some yeses. That's good. Okay, sometimes people are like, I'm not sure which one. You know, you could have a product focused one and a business one. That's cool. Do you know what to send those? Okay. Also, make a note. If you're taking notes, put a little star by this. Do you have your sizzling story memorized? We did this for our team training a week and a half ago, so a lot of you have been working on them. A lot of people didn't have it, and they're working on them. It takes work, okay? Do you have your sizzling story memorized? If you don't know how to have a sizzling story, I have a training on it in Goal Digging Boss Babes. Just type in sizzling story and it'll come up, okay? There's 5 components to a sizzling story. So go watch that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. It is your job to have a story, okay? I'm listening to Permission Marketing, or no, something else. This is Marketing by Seth Godin right now. And he was talking about, it's all about stories, guys, not all, but a big piece of it is the stories, okay? We need to be resonating with our audience. So Dawn on here, if I'm chatting with Dawn and I know Dawn's a mom, she's a mom with young kids like me, you know what Dawn's story is? She's exhausted. She doesn't know the last time she sat down and read a book just to chill. She probably isn't eating the best because, you know, she's eating leftover goldfish and, you know, chicken nuggets. She is working or she's at home with her kids and wants to poke her eyes out because she hasn't been around an adult lately. And she really would love to go on a vacation with her family, but they can't afford it. I know Dawn's story. So what am I going to talk to Dawn about? I'm going to talk to her about my struggles, that I was there too. And guess what? I came on the other side of it, and I'm so pumped to share with her that that's possible for her. Would she like to know more? Dawn's going to say, heck yes, I want to know more. I want to get out of this. Sounds right, she says. You're not alone, girl. It's like every freaking mom I know, okay? I've been there, like you just don't have hope. Let's paint that vision of hope for people, okay? Do you have your sizzling story? And the last tactical piece is follow-up, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up, it really is. You don't want to badger people. You don't want to be like, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Would you like to join my team? No, you have to have permission to follow up, okay? Permission to follow up, learn how to follow up with people. What are reasons to follow up? Okay, have real reasons to follow up with people, okay? Hey, would you like to come pop onto our team call and just check things out? Hey, we've got this company called, can I send you the link? We're gonna talk about this. Oh, hey, I'm doing this online event. Do you wanna come and see what things, oh, I was like, what is that? Sorry, I just got a notification. Squirrely. So we've got this thing coming up. Do you wanna know more? Have a reason to follow up with people. Okay, number 3, most importantly, by the way, if you roll your eyes at this one, that's your problem. Okay, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just getting in your face a little bit because that's why you want me to talk about this stuff for real. Because I don't BS. Number 3, I literally had this girl who someone said, well, how was your call with Kimberly? Because I had done this call and she's like, we mostly talked about mindset. And I was like, no, we did not mostly talk about mindset. But the way she said it was sort of like, And I'm like, no, you need to get your mindset right. You're not having success. So let's get you some success, my friends. Number 3 is mindset, okay? You need to review your vision board and have pictures on there of you having your car. You were earning the trips. Your team, okay? One of mine is a bunch of girls. We're like around a table and it's like celebratory, you know, like you can tell like we're smiling and you can tell there's an event. Okay, that's been on my vision board forever. It took me a long time to get that team, but I have my dream team now. You know why I have my dream team? Because I looked at that picture every dang day for over a year. Over a year. It took me a long time to find my dream team and build my dream team, but I have it now. I have my girlfriends for life. I have my bestie, my business besties for life. I work with the most amazing freaking people every single day. It blows my mind. I mean, they all have like hearts of gold. It's just like, it makes me want to cry when I think about it. But I had to get clear on who those people were. Like, you guys, do you really just want people with pulses on your team? Have you ever like you could tell somebody was like a hot mess, meaning like, you're like, okay, I'm trying to get them, I can tell that they're gonna join, but I almost don't know if I want them to join. And then they did, and they turned out to be the biggest pain in the you know what? You're not aligned with your vision of who you want. You're not clear on who you want to attract to your team. You get to choose who you work with. And if you don't act like that, you're gonna attract a bunch of people who aren't doing anything. If you find a bunch of people are joining and they don't do anything, you're not clear on the type of people that you want to work with, okay? For me, it's not about the volume. I don't care, I really don't. I wanna know, do the people want to learn? Are they coachable? Do they have good hearts? Do they wanna build their business in genuine and authentic ways and truly help people? That's who I wanna work with. That's what it's all about. And so I got so clear on my vision. Okay, I could show you guys the picture. I have it. Okay, my car. I went to the dealership and I got in the car and I had the dude take a picture of me, and I think he thought I was a little crazy. What happens when I show back up? Hi, I'm here to get my car. And so yeah, we're filling out the paper, a $60,000 brand new car, SUV. And he says to me, "What do you do?" And I go, "Oh, I do direct sales. I earn this car." He's like, "Oh, you must be doing well." And I was like, "You don't know how long in the making it took me to get this car," right? I had to think about it. It was on my vision board, okay? Also, your goals, okay? Reviewing your goals every day. Do you guys have a power statement? We just did this in the social media bootcamp, module 1. Do you have a power statement, as Rob Sperry calls it, your chief aim? Do you have one? Do you have a summary of your goals in present tense, like a paragraph that you could review? If not, then how can your mind go to work to make that happen? You know what I mean? Like, really. So that's a homework piece as well. Go get in your car at the dealership and get a picture, and then I want you to write out your story. And right now, if you're like, "Well, it takes this to get there and I'm not even a tenth of the way there," I don't freaking care. You can still get your car if you want it. If you don't want it, don't make it a goal. Make it your goal to get your first comma check, or whatever. Or it could just be, "I just want to pay my credit cards off." Awesome, right? You get to choose your goal, okay? Are you saying affirmations every day? I am a strong recruiter. I have amazing people joining my team. I love when people reach out to me wanting to know more about my business. I attract rock stars. I love working with people who really want to grow this business. I love that my customers are so excited about their experience that they're sharing with their friends. And I'm getting so many referrals from my customer base. It's just exciting to see how fast my business is growing. Like, are you journaling that stuff? Are you saying that stuff to yourself every day? And do you have posture? And this is the bonus tip I'm going to give you guys. But your mindset, you guys, should be attracted or centered around recruiting. Okay, your affirmations, the things you're speaking every day into existence, should be around that. Okay, and I did it for a long time, and I was not, and I felt kind of like fake about it, like, "Oh, I'm just not a good recruiter." And you know what? I am now. And how did that happen? It's because of me speaking that into existence every day, telling my subconscious a new story, and then my subconscious is like, "Okay, I guess she's a strong recruiter." Okay, so I got this from Christy Dully. She's amazing. Be the energy you want to attract. So this is my Instagram quote for today. Be the energy you want to attract. What is your posture? If you come across to people and you're like, "Oh, so do you want to maybe, look at my video?" Or maybe you're looking, I don't know if you want to, I don't know if it'd be a fit. I don't know if this is something you want to do. Now, obviously I'm exaggerating, but what's your energy around it? How are you coming across to the people that you're chatting with? If you're not feeling good about yourself, the energy is not aligned with what you want. So if you energetically aren't feeling confident, you have anxiety, you're feeling discouraged or just not confident, it's going to be hard, because here's you, and you want to attract somebody who is up here, or the good, the people who really want to work the business and are awesome and excited. It's going to be hard for you to be aligned. Okay, you're kind of passing each other there. So your job is to raise your vibration to be in alignment with that person. That's what happens, seriously. So you want to work on your posture. You do have to fake it till you make it. I know people tell you not to do that. Well, how else are you going to do it? I don't really understand that. So you just kind of borrow the successes of your team. Use your third-party validation, your upline, as you're going to borrow their confidence until you develop your own. And then eventually one day you're just going to have posture. I'm serious. I know you think like that's not real. And also give yourself some time. Some of you are expecting to be, like, I've had several people that I thought had great potential join my team this year so far, and I was thinking about it, and they're like all gun-ho or whatever, and then they come out of the gates and they didn't have the success as they expected, right? They weren't recruiting a lot of people, didn't get a lot of customers. It can happen. And they quit. I'm just like, wow. And not like they're like, "Kimberly, I quit." They're still on the team, but like they haven't really like worked the business at all. And I was thinking about it today. I'm like, you know what? All of them didn't make it to the 8-week mark. That's it. That's it. That's what it is when people are giving up too soon. So if you've been in the business for a year and you're like, "I've been doing it for a year," you know, there's been stop, go there. You've gotten distracted, you know, the holidays came, your kids had stuff. I mean, let's be serious. So if it takes you a couple years to figure this out and you have freedom for the rest of your life, it's worth it. I mean, why is it okay that people go, now it's like freaking 5 years for an undergrad in college, right? Why is it okay for somebody to go study one thing for 5 years? They're not even working, right? They just go and sit in a classroom for 5 years, don't make $1. They actually rack up, you know, 100 grand in student loans. Why is it okay to commit 5 years to one profession and walk away not making $1? But we beat ourselves up when we don't become these recruiting rock stars in a few months or a year. I mean, if you buckle down for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you're gonna figure it out. You just will. And then you're gonna have no student loans. You're gonna be earning money while you're learning. And then you seriously at the end of the 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're gonna be freaking loaded, or whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's you wanna, you know, run a nonprofit or something. You can do whatever you want. So give yourself permission to learn this stuff. Like, stop the negative mindset, you guys. There's just no place for it. It's not going to serve you, and it's not going to help you be aligned with the people that you want on your team. I hope that was helpful. So I have a brand new workshop. It is my peak productivity workshop. So for those of you that are disorganized, or you don't understand time management, you're really struggling with time blocking, or you are finding that you don't know what to do every day, just drop that. LINK, just put that, you know, somewhere. And ManyChat will come along and message you with my peak productivity workshop. It's brand new content. I've been studying peak performance for about 20 years. I used to do a lot of education and training on it. And I am the time blocking, time management queen. I run multiple businesses, run our household. I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. We travel like freaking crazy people. And somehow I get it all done. So I'm gonna teach you my skills for that. And also I decided what I was gonna do is you're all going to get, you guys ready for this? Everybody who does the class is going to get my daily activity tracker template. So it's going to be maybe Google Sheets, I'm guessing. So I'll show you how to use it, but I'm gonna let you guys customize it, okay? Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a daily activity tracker where it says, post on Facebook, post in your stories, wish people happy birthday, like what to do every day. We're gonna customize it and you guys get to make your own DMO. How fun is that? So we're gonna do that in the workshop. I'll show you guys how to do it. Everybody will get that as a freebie in the workshop as well for the peak productivity workshop. And then brand new, hot off the press, is my mini live streaming masterclass. So also in Messenger, if you put this somewhere, it will message you. It'll say something about a free class. So the free class is on Tuesday at noon, but if you register, you have to register. There's a Zoom thing. You have to put your email in and register. You'll get the email, the replay email to you if you can't make it live. So it's next Tuesday. I'm gonna teach you guys how to record videos and live stream them. So if you're having a hard time being consistent with scheduling and doing your Facebook Lives, or you are afraid to do Facebook Lives, I'm gonna show you how you can record them and use this service to be able to stream them live on Facebook. Isn't that amazing? And you can stream them live on your personal page, in groups, business page, wherever you want. And I'm also everybody who does the class, I will also tell you guys how we're using it to duplicate or automate and duplicate our onboarding, our launch events, okay? So don't let me forget to cover that in the class too. I've never shared that before because we've been testing it out with our team and it is very effective. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that as well in the class, which is gonna be awesome. So it looks like I've been chatting for a long time. I could talk to you guys all day long. It's pretty apparent, but I have some other places to go right now. So I'm gonna head over to my group, Rocking the Fab Life, if you wanna pop in there, and we're gonna talk about weight loss. If you are struggling to lose weight, you've hit a plateau, just come on over there. I'll be there in a few minutes. I gotta jot down a couple things real quick. Nice to see you guys. I hope this was helpful. Can't wait to hear how these tricks and tips are gonna help you with your recruiting. And until next time, go out there and crush your goals and create the life of your dreams. Bye.